right? I can start. Okay. So, guys, I should start. Uh, so I hope everyone is ready. So today I want to talk about the cross-blockchain atomic swaps. I'm Konstantin Gladych. It's the CEO of Changelly, instant exchange service. I came here from Prague, Czech Republic. So I'm happy to be here. Why do I talk here? So Changelly is an instant exchange service. We are operating since 2015 year, and we have almost 2 million registered customers on Changelly. They are doing like thousands daily transactions and 500 million monthly exchange volume. So we are providing an instant exchange API for coin payments, Coinomy, CoinMarketCap, JAX, Mycelium, and few other partners. Now it's about the exchanges landscape. What do we have today? So the most exchanges for today is centralized. It's like Poloniex, Bittrex, Bitfinex, and a few others. And the most of the exchange volume goes through that exchanges. So some instant exchange services, Changelly, Shapeshift, and a few others. Also, it's a huge exchange volume on the peer-to-peer trading, like local bitcoins or Paxful in the US country. It's for the fiat to Bitcoin trading. There are also some custody-free solutions like 0x relays, but they have a centralized order books. Also some instant exchange services like AirSwap or for the Ethereum tokens, or altcoin.io for the cross-blockchain transactions. And also some peer-to-peer custody-free trading solutions like local Ethereum or HODL project for the Bitcoin to fiat custody-free solution. There are also some fully decentralized services like EtherDelta. So the blockchain is, order book is located in the blockchain. It's flooding of transactions. Open Ledger based on BitShares technology, Waves, and few others. There are also some projects like Bancor or Kybernetwork at the time and to solve the solution, and they have liquidity reserved pools based on the blockchain. And also atomicwallet.io, it's also for the peer-to-peer decentralized trading. Everyone knows those services, I believe. They have a lot of liquidity pools and a lot of trading options. So they have a quick orders execution, and it's available for the high frequency trading. But the funds are controlled by the third party. Those services are mostly regulated, and you should be required for the KYC to withdraw your funds. There were a lot of exchange hacks for the last few years. Almost every month, some exchange got hacked, and so the funds, customers' funds are lost. So it's your funds. So that's why decentralized exchanges is gaining more and more popular. So you own your funds. It's anonymous trading, but it's almost basic trading options, no margin trading. It's simple interfaces and lack of liquidity, and the exchanges that have older book on the blockchain have a scalability issues actually. So is it decentralization a panacea? So today 95% of the exchange volume goes through the centralized services. But as I know, there's a huge trading volume for the peer-to-peer trading, like OTC trading, OTC deals that are going not through the centralized services. So is the hype of decentralization this year? I think yes. So, but my presentation is about atomic swaps technology, about the cross-blockchain atomic swap technology. So what is atomic swaps? Actually, it's a custody-free cross-blockchain swaps technology. So there is no counterparty risks. you own your funds, and it's a direct peer-to-peer anonymous transactions. So nobody control your funds, and nobody knows what the exchange you did. But each confirmation in blockchain, it costs time, and it costs gas or Bitcoin fees, and it's a long waiting confirmation time. And it's for sure not available for high frequency trading. But it's very nice for the over-the-counter trading. So here's the full process of how is atomic swaps working. So imagine that you have two traders. So someone, the first trader wants to exchange one Bitcoin to Ether, and another one trader wants to sell Ether to Bitcoin. So they should find each other on some services. Just to talk about the deals, or maybe it can be automatically matching service, but it's just around the technology. So both parties are creating the addresses to accept funds, and the first one creating a contract transaction on the Bitcoin blockchain, sending funds to the transaction, and mapping the address of the second trader to accept funds. So now the first party has a secret and the secret hash, and funds are locked in a contract like for 24 hours, and nobody can access that funds if you don't have a secret. So the first party is sending the transaction reference to the second party, and the second party is auditing the contract, checking the addresses, checking the amount of the Bitcoin, and if everything is okay, so the second party is also creating the contract and sending Ether to that contract, and the contract is locked with the secret hash. So now the first party is checking the contract, checking the Ether addresses to accept funds, checking the Ether amount, and if everything is okay, the first party is redeeming transaction. So actually, after the transaction is redeemed, the first party is getting Ether to its address. And now, once the contract is executed, the secret is becoming visible for the second party. So it's recorded in the blockchain, and the second party can redeem the Bitcoin from the first party contract. So as you see, once it's happening, so we can see two Bitcoin transactions from the first party and from second party, and two Ether transactions. So actually both parties are paying two transaction commissions for the blockchain, but it's fully it can be fully anonymous process, and it's a third party risk, but it can be slow, like you should wait for the confirmation on the blockchain to make a trade, etc., etc. But it's risk-free. It's main competitive advantage, and it can be big deals like with 100 Bitcoins to trade. So where are we now? As you see, it's tweets from Charlie, the creator of the Litecoin, and they did like half a year ago, Litecoin to Bitcoin atomic swaps on the main net. Also altcoin.io service. They recently did Ethereum to Bitcoin atomic swap, like a first Bitcoin, like a first swaps. But they did it on testnet. So it will take time to provide services around the atomic swaps technology. So also guys from the supernet, like so-called Bartex exchange, are going to provide exchange based on the atomic swaps. One chain is developing the protocol for the atomic swaps for the different blockchains. So they are going to provide some code libraries around the Bitcoin-like blockchains and also around others like Ether for sure. So now it's all of those services are still in beta, and most of our operating is testnet blockchains, not on the production, not on the mainnet blockchains. I believe maybe this year or next year will be rising of the technology, not to be controlled by the third-party services. So it's atomicwallet.io. They're going to provide atomic cross-blockchain swaps, and they have a peer-to-peer BitTorrent order book. So it's fully immutable solution. So nobody can stop trading on inside that wallet. So it's still in alpha, and the beta will be issued maybe next month. So actually, the most things that I want to talk to about the cross-blockchain swaps. Maybe someone has questions about the atomic swaps, so I can answer, or I can answer after the presentation. So actually, is it a QA part here? Yeah. Yeah. So I have time. So feel free to ask any questions. Yeah. Related to Changelly? It doesn't relate to Changelly, so I'm personally invested to the wallet. Yeah, it's for OTC trading deals for the big deals. So we are not going to compare with any other wallets on the market, but it should be useful for risk-free atomic swaps trading, and it's an immutable solution. Oh, okay. So it's we are going to support most of the blockchains. Like basically, it will be Litecoin, Bitcoin, and Decred, as the Decred guys producing the libraries. And also we see that there are some testnet libraries for the Ethereum transactions and for the smart contracts based on Ethereum that are useful for the atomic swaps. And we are going to it's open source now, but it should be just you can just download the code and make some additions by yourself. So, no questions? I think we can have a coffee outside. Okay, thank you. Thank you, guys.